evening, everyone. Good evening. How's everybody doing? And welcome to another episode of What's Next for Women podcast. So, how's everybody doing? Real quick, if you could drop it in the, if you are, real quick, one housekeeping thing that I need to let everyone know. If you are not part of StreamYard, in order for me to see your comments, you'll need to give StreamYard the permission. That way I can see them, or I won't be able to address your comments until later on. So just this one thing I noticed that when I had guests on last week, that I was seeing the comments later, and it was because those of you who do not have StreamYard, you need to give StreamYard the permission to post your comments. So it's Wednesday. How are you doing? We got a lot going on today. And yes, you see the topic today is behind the scenes of the What's Next for Women podcast. I know I get a lot of questions of what do you do and how do you plan and what's going on and everything. So I thought I'm going to start doing this every month. I will come on and let you get behind the scenes and see what's going on and how do I come up with what I come up with and how I pick the guests for the month, or even talk about the guests that I had last month. But those of you who don't know me, before I go any further, my name is Pam, and I am your host of What's Next for Women podcast, the podcast where we talk about the what ifs and I can'ts, so you can go out here and you can step into your what's next. And I'm getting questions already. Well, what's a what's next? Your what's next is whatever you want. May it be a career, you want to climb up the corporate ladder. May it be you want to be an entrepreneur, but you don't know the steps to take to get to that point. Or you're doing the entrepreneur type of work, but you need a support system. And who doesn't need a support system? So we are your support system. I believe in the supporting of the tribe, and you have them here. So you not only have me, but you have thousands of women behind me. And then, hey, everybody. So I don't know if you've seen it yet or not, but look, it is actually, I have both babies with me today. So I don't know if you can see me. There we go. So these are the addition to the What's Next. I'm sorry, for the Vision Made Network tribe. And so I have a water bottle here. So you'll start seeing her a lot. Yes, she has some power words here, like she says here. If you're interested in getting either or both, you can definitely get those at the shop. I will drop it in the feed on how you can get them. But yeah, this is really nice. It keeps the drinks cold, and I also heard it keeps if you have anything hot, it'll keep them hot. So check it out here. You will see these all, you will see this all the time. So I wanted you to know, if you would like to grab one, please do. I will drop it in the feed on how you can grab one, as well as the notebook. We have a lot of co-hosts. They'll be dropping some powerhouse guests that comes in, and they drop some amazing gold nuggets. And what way to do it is keep it in one spot and in your notebook. And so I keep my notebook here for me. So today is all about the behind the scenes. And I first and foremost wanted you all to see the new, what's something going on. I thought about, what way to come on here, be stylish, but yet have vision made to help you get through your what's next and remind you. And so those of you, I don't know if any of you have a morning routine, but I use my water bottle every day now because it keeps my water cold. Yes, even though I don't like cold ice, I don't like to be freezing, but it'll keep the water, it keeps it very cold. It's very, very much well doing that. So first and foremost, have you all noticed, or have you been paying attention, where I do every week power words. And so I purposely did not put out the power word for this week yet, because I wanted you all to know the importance of a power word and how you should use it. Now, I have power word for the year. It reminds me, as well as these here on the water bottle. But I'm also starting to put out weekly power words that are set up for you to be successful. You will see those on the Vision Made Network, as well as you also see it on the Pam Stone page. And so I'm getting here ping, so sorry. Why do the power words? Well, how many of you come across that wall, or come across that time in the day and you're just so stuck? or you just had one of those days. We all have those moments in our day where we're just so frustrated. So the power word is to help you get over that hump, and you look at it and you can reflect on it. So this week's power word, I want you all to grab a pen and paper. Look, I already got mine, but I want you all to grab your pen and paper and write down this week's power word for the podcast is clarity. Yes, clarity. And I'll explain more on how to use clarity, why I've chosen clarity, but I want you to reflect on that word, clarity. And if you've missed any of the power words, please look back at previous. You can actually go through previous postings to see what they are. If you can't find them there, they're definitely on the Instagram page, and you can find them out. And so, what I'm going to give you a challenge is if any of you could tell me any of the past, yes, any of the past um, power words, I will have a prize for you. So drop them in the feed and let me know what was a couple of the past power words. Now you can't use this week, of course, because like I said, it's clarity. But tell me what was last week's or the week before, and let me know what they are. Again, if you can't find it, you can definitely find it on the Instagram page. Then secondly, so last month lineup, I want to talk about, they were powerhouse women. Oh my goodness. I had Felicia, who was from Studio V, and she was the how fashion had empowered her. And it was important on how she talked about, and if you have not catch her entire show, in the entire podcast, you can definitely check it out on all the large platforms such as Spotify, Apple, Google, as well as you can even go into on Facebook under the Vision Made Network, and you will be able to find that entire episode. But she talked about why she got into fashion and how she has landed to where she has landed to now. So if you have any questions on, if you're looking into getting into fashion or looking into motivating on ways to get into that arena, she would be the woman to check into. Okay. Now, if that doesn't tickle your fancy, or if you're looking for something else, then also I had on Dr. Letice Wright. Dr. Letice Wright is an amazing woman. She is actually she's a media mogul as well as crowdfunding. She is all responsible for the right place TV. Actually, that is where you can find Vision Made TV under the Right Place TV. So she is very, very well known on how to get you out there, get your products out there, get your service out there on her TV show, under the Right Place TV. And so I'm getting people are like, "Whoa, how do I even see the Right Place TV?" Well, you can find it on Roku, you can find it on Apple TV, as well as you can find it on Amazon TV. And so I'll drop it in the feed on how you can check those links out. And if you're interested even to get onto the Right Place TV, I will definitely drop in the link. Oh, better yet, you can catch her show on what's on the Vision Made Network platform. Again, if you wanted to hear her entire episode, you also can find it on Apple, Spotify, and Amazon. She hit on a really good topics on she even gave an amazing tip on what you can do now to implement into your what's next. And she was like, just get clear on what you want to work on. Get clear on your vision. So sit down and spend some time with you. And then last week we had Miss Sasha. Oh my goodness, you guys, if you missed her, her energy was all right off the mark. It was off the mark because her energy was high, but she came with some great tips. And she talked about how you can have it all and still working on your what's next. And when she means by having it all, she was talking about talking about the working woman who is working in corporate, but yet still going home and having to take care of the family, but they still wanted more, but they didn't know how to get the more. And so Sasha given tips on how to get the more. She even gave away a free gift. And so if that is something, if you would interested in her podcast, her entire podcast. Again, go check it out on those major platforms. And if you're interested in catching or grabbing her free gift, drop it in the feed, and I will definitely get your email over to her so she can send out that free gift. It was amazing. It was all about how to come home and being happy, and we need that, right? And so many times we're so absorbed of go go go, we forget about us. So if you're interested in any of those episodes, you can check them on the large platform. If you're interested in catching Sasha's free gift, drop it in the feed, and I definitely will do that for you. As well as I'm challenging you. If you missed it at the beginning of the show, I'm challenging you. We talked about power word. We always talking about, everyone's like, Pam, what is a power word? And a power word is something that I do stress. And a power word is to help you get over that moment when you're hitting that wall or hitting that frustration point in our day. We all have them. I do. And I normally have to step away for a moment, and I just have to get centered. It takes me a few minutes, but then I look at my power word. And so I charged you all with what's been the last couple power words that you've seen. And if you haven't seen them, then I'm challenging you the first person that drops it in and tell me what power word they have seen I've used in the past, I have something for you. But I'm not telling you until you tell me what the power word is. And then I also talked about the lineup from last month, which now brings you to this month. I'm so excited. I wanted to come back and I wanted to get behind the scenes on how do I choose the guests on What's Next Podcast Woman. I want you to understand all the powerhouse guests that I bring on. I'm bringing them on intentionally. I'm bringing on women that are doing what they're doing and making a mark into the world, and still yet knowing that they face the obstacles, the what ifs, and I can't. And I'm getting, well, why did I do that? And I feel it's essential that we need we need to see those women that are up here, and we may be here. In order for me to get here, I need to see what they're doing to give me that challenge, to help me stretch myself, knowing that it is possible with work, with support, and with being clear and concise and consistent. I can do what they're doing. But I'm always looking for a mentor. And what place to do it is here at the podcast, where I bring on a tribe of women, tribes. I say thousands, I mean thousands of women who are behind me. So if there is something that you're needing help with and I can't help you, then trust me, I have many more behind me that can help you. So with that being said, as we always do at the halfway mark, I wanted to also let you all know. So tonight's show, who is it sponsored by? It is sponsored by Vision Made Magazine, the magazine that is a quarterly magazine. And actually, the winter issue is being worked on as we speak. The quarterly magazine that is all about empowering, inspiring you to go after your what's next. And as I said earlier, your what's next is may it be you're wanting to climb the corporate ladder. May it be you want to go into entrepreneurship, but you don't know where to start. Or you're in entrepreneurship and you're needing that support to help you get over to the next level. So Vision Made Magazine covers it all. In the Vision Made Magazine, there are stories and articles from women around the world. There are women that has been highlighted who's rocking it. And so they're spotlighted. Then there's in there, even, you all know, I love vision boards. Here goes one. And this is actually my very first one that was done. Actually, not my first one, but my second one. This was done on October the 23rd, 2020. And it was all about the magazine that I just hoped, I was just dreaming about. Wouldn't it be cool if I had a magazine? And what would the magazine do? And how would it impact? I say this because everyone's like, vision boards don't work. They do if you put on there what is attainable and reachable, and you believe in it. Now, if you don't believe me and believe into vision board, there was actually Steve Harvey even talked about vision board. And it's on YouTube, so you can even check it out, where he even talked about, do your vision board, put on there what you want, pray over it, and manifest, and it will come. So you do your vision board. Now I'm going to start doing vision boards on a quarterly basis. I got something brewing. I can't tell you, but I got something brewing. And look, I have the other vision board right here above me. Oops, right here above me. Here goes my other vision boards. And then I have two on my phone because I have these to remind me of what's my goals, what am I doing for the month, and how am I doing? And funny enough, I took this one out because I wanted to know, well, how far off the mark was I? Did I achieve all of them? If I didn't, how do I get back into achieving these? And so actually this is super excited. One thing I didn't get to do, what I am going to do is party. I didn't get to celebrate the magazine, the kick off all the magazines. So I definitely will be partying with the Vision Made magazine because I promise you, it has impacted women around the world, actually men and women around the world. And what a celebration it should be done because of the impact that it had on individuals. So I'm doing this, and you will start seeing more vision boards. If you're wanting to do a vision board or interested in doing a vision board, drop it in the feed. We can definitely do a vision board online. If you are wanting to do it with a group of friends, let's sit down, let's talk about vision boards, and let's do it with a group of friends. I'm doing this because I want 2022 be like no other. And what way to do it is using our vision boards. As I said, you see, I have one here, and I just had the one here, and then I have two more on my phone. So if you're interested in it, drop it in the feed, and I definitely will do that. And then my next piece, which is a perfect place to talk about it, is, as you always hear me talking about who is the sponsor for the show. Sometimes you will hear other area businesses, as well as you hear Vision Made magazine, and then you also hear Vision Made TV. But if you're interested in having your podcast, your product or service in the spotlight, drop it in the feed below, and this will be a perfect place. I want you to know that what another way to expand your reach is through the podcast here. It's not only, and remember, the podcast is not only seen here, it's also seen on the TV station as well. So back to, oh my goodness, time is going by so fast. So back to why I brought you back here. I wanted you guys to see what I'm doing and what it takes to bring on the powerhouse women. I'm always reaching out to powerhouse women that are out here rocking or stepping into their what's next, and they're rocking it, and knowing that they still are facing obstacles, right? We need that. We need to see that they are facing obstacles, and how are they getting through it? Sometimes it gets discouraging when you're facing, I call them the 3 F's: fear, fault, and failure. They'll stop you in a minute. But knowing that I have a tribe that's got my back and support me, I got this. And you now have a tribe too. So if if you're needing help on getting moving to your what's next, or even if you want to talk about what is your what's next, or you've started working on your what's next, but now you're facing obstacles, may it be the time, may it be just you're hitting the wall, you just don't know how to get over that wall. Hit me up, and I definitely will be in contact with you. And if I am not able to help you, I will definitely get some other women that are behind me that, as you see, that are my guests, the powerhouse guests. They are the ones I definitely can stay connected to, so they are able to help us as they help us. We can help them as well. So let me know. And then also too, you guys, who is interested in getting a water bottle? Isn't she beautiful? Yes, she is the Vision Made. She's the backbone of Vision Made. As you see, she has words on here that talk, and these words are some power words. I did some actually myself, and my graphic designer Lauren. We really worked on this. We were tossing back and forth on some of the words, how she looked, what did we want her to look like? Did we want her to be sassy? Did we want her not to be sassy? We just did a lot. And so I want you to see, this is her, and I'm so proud of her. And she's did a beautiful job. So if you're interested in a water bottle, I will drop it in the feed how you can get a water bottle. Or better yet, I also have, Look, I have my notes, so I'm sorry. If you're interested in now, when you're taking now, when you come on, when the guests, our powerhouse guests, when they're dropping nuggets, like I did last week with Sasha. Oh my goodness, here goes my notes. And so I just keep them all in a place. And there's so much paper here that you have enough paper to write here and enough space to write on. And I date mine as y'all know, I'm just very anal, but I have my date, who I'm talked to, and things like that. So if you're interested in getting one of these products with, as I said, my cool lady here, I will drop it in the feed on how you can access it. There is a bag that is coming down the pike that will have her on it that you can use as a carrying bag around as well. There's just so many different products. I can't wait for you to see them. But back to, I think that's almost, I'm trying to stay on task because I want to be mindful of your time. So it's Win Wednesday. I know there's people out there. What is your win for this week? Look, let me go over here. What is your win for this week, everyone? Drop it in the feed so I can give you a shout out of what your win is. I see you out here. Tell me what your win is. Do you need help? If you're needing help to get you to the what's next, drop it in the feed. And I have to say, my win for this week is just knowing that I am becoming clear, getting clear and clear by the moment on my what's next. And my what's next is to take the podcast, the TV, the magazine to its what's next. And so knowing that the clarity has to be very clear, and that I need to remove any obstacles that are standing or clouding my mind. So I've started doing that. And so I want you all to know this week's word is clarity. So take time out and get clear on your what's next. And it's okay you take time out for yourself. Don't beat yourself up. We're always worried about what the next person says. Take time for you. And then know that then, as we always do at this point in time, 5 minutes left into the show, we do book on a shelf. Now, everybody's always like, well, why do you do the book on the shelf then? Is it really necessary? And yes, it's necessary. I believe in expanding our mind. And one way to expand our mind is not only by mentoring or finding a mentor, but also reading. And so I had a lot of people say, well, I don't have time to read. Well, let me tell you, me either. I tell everybody I don't have time either. But the way I make time, I listen actually to books on Audible. Now, I have literally over 50 books, everyone. Yes, 50 books. So I'm almost done with Dream Big by Bob Jeff. Goff, and I am now jumping into. Actually, I'm starting to go back and read Audra Richmond's book Uncloned, because she talks about how to unclone, market, and how to make an uncloned marketable product or service, so you all would be attracted to, so it would attract you to it. That book, Audra is amazing woman. She's not paying me for this, so note that there is no kickback, but I really have been following Audra and I really like her products. So if you want to check her book out, it's called Uncloned by Audra Richmond, and Dream Big, which is by Bob Jeff. And then lastly, so that was my book on the shelf. And my win for this week is knowing about having clarity. And then the reason why we have the power words is to help you once you hit that wall, you pick yourself up and you read and you get moving and you move on. And I know it's hard. We all face it. But what perfect way to help you, empower you, inspire you to go to the what's next of your project for the day is looking at your power word. And so this week's power word is clarity. And so I wanted you all to know that, yes, I do have you all hear me talk about vision board. Yes, I have vision board. As you see in the background, I have another vision board. I have 2 on my phone. If you're interested in doing some vision boards, I do it a little differently than anybody else. If you're needing help for accountability, setting goals, right? And you're needing help for someone to hold your hand and make sure you are sticking to that goal, drop it in the feed. I definitely will be here to help you. And then lastly, as you see, Vision Made Magazine, it is the sponsor for tonight's show. Well, I wanted to let everybody know that I have opened up a few slots, very few limited slots on anybody who wanted to advertise in the magazine. So you're interested in placing an ad in the magazine, please let me know so we can sit down and get the details down on the magazine. To let you know, I am working on the winter issue. Actually, I'm working on getting the writers together, make sure that sounds good, make sure it's flowed perfectly before I send it over to my next team, who will put it together and help me market it. Then we'll move it over to the printers. So if this is something you're interested in doing, knowing that the magazine is where you want to place your ad or product or service, drop it in the feed and let me know. I definitely would love to hear your product and service to see if you're a match for the Vision Made magazine. And also too, if you want to do, even as you see, I have the logo of Vision Made magazine right here. If you're interested in having your logo displayed on the podcast, drop it in the feed and we can definitely talk about that as well. So you can't say that there is not any avenue or ways for anyone to know about your products or services, because if you've caught me talk about it throughout the show, actually you've heard 3 ways or 3 avenues of ways that you can talk, that your product and service can be put in front of other women or individuals. I won't just say women, say men as well, individuals in front of them so they can see your product and service. So you guys, I think that's it. But yeah, I do sit down every day. I use my planner. I believe in planning out the show. I do. When I bring on the guests, the powerhouse guests, it's done intentionally because I want it to be a service, a benefit to you. So you know that you have a place, that you have a team, that you have a tribe that's supporting you after going after your what's next. And they're up here and you want to get to that point, you have a place to do it. Here at the podcast, What's Next podcast for women. Well, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. You know, I could talk all day. I love what I do, and I wanted to just come in here. So I'll do this every month. Come in here and talk about, what did a recap on who were the powerhouse guests for last month, as well as I'm not going to tell you who the powerhouse guests for this month. I can't wait till you see them. I'm always excited. I'm not even going to kid you. I'm always excited for you guys to see who the powerhouse guests will come on this month. But in the meantime, before they come on, you have time to get you a notebook. So when they come in and drop you some nuggets, you have a place to keep it. If you're interested in grabbing the notebook, I will definitely put a connection on how you can get it there, as well as, I'm always talking about the evening beverage. Here's this thermos here. This water bottle is amazing. Listen, and I had this tea. I'm drinking tea. Yes. I've had the tea in here since 7:30 and there's still ice in here. So it keeps it cold. So if you're interested in either of these products or both of these products, I will drop it in the feed. You definitely can grab them. And so, okay, guys, I think that's it. And I want to thank you all for taking time to just stop by. And I want to thank you all for joining me on this amazing journey as I keep growing and seeing where this is going to take me. I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing a vision board. Actually, I'll be doing a vision board. I might start it out today or this evening after I get off. It helps me relax my mind a little bit. And then real quick, if anyone is interested in any podcast or magazine advertisement for your business, for your products or for your service, please drop it in the feed and I will definitely reach out to you tonight. And remember, it's Win Wednesday. So I want to hear what your win is. Drop it in the feed. You guys know I love celebrating all your wins. Well, you guys, if you don't know, this is the end of the show. Man, this 30 minutes went fast and it was just me. So now I really see how it feels when you're on the other side and you have the powerhouse guest and we're just talking. But I want you all to know, if no one has not told you, you guys rock and you're amazing. And know that you only have one life to live, so live it to the fullest with no regrets. And knowing that your what's next is right around the corner, though you may have to tackle it through facing your what ifs and I can't obstacles, but you have a tribe that can get you there. And know that you have the support no matter what. Until next week with I have a new powerhouse guest on. Until next week, if you have any questions, comments, and concerns, drop them in the feed and I definitely will address them. Until next week, you all take care of yourself. And those of you who are in the line of the storm, oh my goodness, I'm here in Columbus. Just take care of yourself, make sure you have everything, and be safe. Until next week, everyone. Bye.